Portuguese. It was just wild because my husband and I only ever spoke English. He didn't know any other languages, or at least I thought Scott didn't know any other languages. And then while the phone's on, I get a call. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is someone who can give me an answer. I answer it, and on the other line is a woman speaking in Spanish to me. All I know how to say is, oh, stop, stop. You know, that's it. So I'm like, oh, okay, let me find somebody who can speak Spanish. I run outside my house. Luckily, my neighbor's gardener was out there. He speaks Spanish. I'm like, look, can you please help me? I don't know Spanish. I need you to translate this for me. I just lost my husband. It's very important. And he of course says yes. So he's translating for me. And it turns out that the woman on the phone, she lives in Colombia. Apparently she's also his wife. And on top of that, she has 3 kids with him. It got to a point where I was like, I'm not getting any answers on my own. So I decided to give the FBI a call because obviously the police weren't going to be able to help me, because on top of everything, I get another call from the funeral director saying somebody took his body now. So on top of that, but this time he can't tell, he doesn't know where it is. He doesn't know who took the body. It's not another wife, it's just gone. So I call the FBI and I'm like, look, I tell them everything that happens, one on top of the other. I'm like, I have this phone. It's getting messages. It's getting so many messages in different languages. I don't know what to do. I just want help finding out answers. And the FBI's like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come tomorrow. We'll pick up the phone. We'll open our own investigation. We'll look into it. Thinking finally someone's going to, it'll be nice knowing at least something. You know, who was he? Was he Scott? Was he David? Was he someone else? So I put the phone down. I leave it there. I go to sleep for that night. It has to be about 12:40 a.m. The doorbell rings. And I'm thinking, I know they said tomorrow morning, but I wasn't really thinking at all, I guess. I get up, and it's like, maybe it's the FBI. As soon as I open the door, there's a gun in my face. And I couldn't see past the gun, but I know there were 2 men there. And the one's like, where's the phone? I tell them exactly where it is. I'm like, it's upstairs on the nightstand in the drawer. Go get it. I go get it. And they're like, good. And while the other guy goes and gets the phone, the one with the gun in my face says, whatever you want to know, whatever you think you knew, whatever you are looking for, just stop. Otherwise, we're going to come back, and this will be the last thing you see. Of course, I say that's not a problem. I don't need any more answers. Whoever Scott was, he's just Scott, and he's gone now to me. So I'm reeling. I calm myself down. I go back to sleep. The next day, the real FBI shows up, and they're like, oh, where's the phone? I tell them what happens. I said there was 2 people here. The gun, I don't even remember what they looked like. I couldn't see past the gun because I could only think about what will my 2 kids do if I'm not here anymore. And they're like, look, all we can really tell you then is that we think your husband was El Porco, which was an international foreign agent and a mercenary. And that's all they could tell me. And they said, you're going to want to stop looking for answers now, especially if they came to your house. They know where you live. They know where your kids live. And I said, that's fine. I'll leave it to you guys. With the stress of it, me and Jill, his second wife, ended up bonding over it. We decided to go to church together. And that really saved us. Forming that relationship with her and going to church, it was really helpful. And now we're just one big extended family. We're just support systems for each other, trying to raise each other's families the best we can.